The next topic of conversation is a big one. That's Justin Fields. In your eyes, and I've been thinking about this for a while, in your eyes, where do you think Justin Fields in this game goes? Do you believe that this is an opportunity for him to make this a real quarterback competition? Or do you view this as, hey, this is the Steelers' opportunity to see Justin Fields and maybe see the potential beyond this season in Justin Fields? And the second question to this, what is your goal for Justin Fields in this game against the Texans?
So to answer the first question, what does tonight do? Tuesday when I was up there was the first day that Russell Wilson actually participated in like 50%.
Yeah, and you came out here to just watch after weeks of, oh man, Justin, we'll get to see Justin. You showed up to Russ.
I showed up. There was Justin mixed in with Russ. Yeah. And that's the day that we were sitting across a room from each other and we discussed on this podcast. Now the quarterback competition begins. And when it begins, yes, Russ has an advantage still, even after missing a couple weeks. Mike Tomlin said it. He put it in the depth chart. But it's about winning every day. And if Justin can win enough days, then he can potentially close the gap between him and Russell Wilson. I like Justin Fields. I'm excited to watch him tonight. And it's an opportunity for him to close that gap because Russell is going to be in a ball cap with a clipboard tonight simply because he was injured for too long. He's didn't get a ramp up enough to get into this game, and he might not have played even if he did play and practice in all of training camp. But this is an opportunity for Justin to close the gap and win a day where his opponent is stagnant. So to me, that's what I'm looking at. And he can't win the job on a day that Russell's not playing, and he can't win the job in the first preseason game anyway, even if Russell was playing. But I'm looking for him to continue to impress and close the gap. And for your second question, what do I want to see from him? I want to see him command the offense. Like you mentioned, 2 long plays, whether it be an 80-yard run or a long bomb to George Pickens that goes 70 yards. Yeah, that'd be great. I'm sure the fan base would love to see it, but I want to see him command long drives, hitting his spots when he needs to, making sure that he makes the reads that he needs to. I just want to see him look like a quarterback that has full command of an offense, even though it's only his 6th week, if you include OTAs, actually at the helm.
Yeah, that's a great one. That's a great one. I agree with you. I don't know if it closes the gap, but I agree with you because I think that's where we are is in my words, I'd say, because I have like the same thought as you, but I don't want to repeat the same thing as you. In my eyes, it's make Justin Fields force Russell Wilson to play a preseason game. You know what I mean? Because if Justin Fields plays all 3 preseason games and Russell Wilson doesn't touch the field in the preseason, Russell Wilson has won the Steelers' starting quarterback job without any question. You know, if Russ does not touch a football in the preseason, Mike Tomlin has already made his mind up. And in my head, pole position is still very much so there. Like the fact that Russell Wilson did all of the walkthrough for a game he's not going to play in, it to me was, oh, okay, he's still the guy. He is still very much so the guy in Pittsburgh, and they view him as such. This is an opportunity for Justin Fields to say, Russ should get an opportunity to showcase himself in a game because I've done this. You know what I mean? I made it aware to everybody that I'm capable of doing this. And so I agree with you. It closing the gap for sure has an opportunity tonight. And it's the first chance, like you said, to actually close the gap because everything that he's done to this point means nothing compared to the game that he will play tonight against the Texans and what he's capable of doing in it. As for my goal, exactly what you said. I could care less about the read option. I could care less about Justin Fields improvising and doing crazy things. You want to know what I want to see from Justin Fields? I want to see him process the field in a timely manner. I want to see him run a fluid offense that isn't just full of giant splash plays, but instead is just every pass is perfect. If this was a 2-minute drill, you have full confidence that he's going to get the job done, that there is no erratic, oh my gosh, what is happening moments. I want Justin Fields to take that step because in training camp, that has been his biggest question mark is how slow he processes the field and the play that is happening in front of him. I want that to change. And I think that he has an opportunity to do so. And maybe that comes in a game where you're not playing the 5th best defense or top 5 defense in the NFL every single day who understands what you're doing because, again, you're going up against them every single day. I want to see him just find guys and make quick reactions and do everything outside of the crazy Justin Fields stuff, because I already know that he could run for 100 yards. I already know that he could break tackles and take off and do the read option better than anybody in the NFL. I already know all that. I want to see him play quarterback and slow the game down and make quick reads and do the rest of it. I think that showcases to me that he's much more ready to start than if he goes out there and just lights up the field on the ground.
Yeah. And honestly, that's what you're going to want to see all of preseason. And then once the regular season comes around, when he gets in there, yeah, we know he can do all of that. So,
exactly.
And he doesn't have to be, the next Hall of Fame Tom Brady. He just needs to show that he can do it at a level that really pulls even with Russell Wilson, or very closer to Russell Wilson, because Russell Wilson, as we know, is obviously a veteran of this league. He's 10 years older, so he can process the game better because he's had more time to process the game. But if you can get closer to Wilson on that aspect, everything else athletic-wise kind of blows Russ out of the water. It's a matter of really whose attributes can get closer to whose, and Justin has way more, room to grow than Russ does at this point in his career.
Yeah, 100% agree. 100% agree.